Hi, my name is Ashley Adamson, and today we're going to talk about the decision to take HRT, which, if you've gone through that or if you're thinking about it, it feels like a really big decision, doesn't it? For me, I felt super nervous. How are you feeling about it? I saw it as such a big kind of shift in my own thinking, in my own world, because it feels like a path of no return. Once you start taking hormones, it's like you've engaged with really being chemically transgender, And that freaked me out. I kind of sat on that idea for 2 years as a non-binary person. Like, should I get it? Should I not? What should I do? Is it going to permanently damage me? All of those things. The good news is that HRT doesn't really permanently damage you until you've done it for probably 3 months or more. It really depends on your body. And you can always stop taking the pill at any point. When I eventually went about taking it, I was still non-binary. But I said to myself, you know what? I know that I'm trans. I know that I'm not cis. And I know that by taking HRT, it's actually going to stop me from getting more damage of being under the testosterone regime. Testosterone can be really frightening because it permanently shifts and changes your physical makeup, your bone structure. And I got these crazy cheekbones. You see these? This is all my genetics and testosterone. And like at just the right angle, it kind of makes me look a little bit like a skeleton. At least that's what my haters say. But girls are like, oh girl, you got great cheekbones. And just like, whatever. Yeah, I got what I got, and this is it. But taking hormones was a big deal. And I feel like the thing that really changed things for me was about 6 months in on hormones when I really realized that I was a woman and I could feel it within my heart of hearts. And I don't think I could have done that without HRT. I don't think I could have realized parts within me without the experience of being on hormones, because estrogen really shifts your perspective on your entire reality. I was on hormone blockers for, I think, 6-8 weeks, and then I went on estrogen. And as soon as estrogen went into my body, it was like an uptick of how I saw the world, and it became so much more clear the social differences and energy in the environment, especially around women versus around men, and how even in a meeting with women, if a man steps in, how the vibe could completely change. It was really just shocking, day and night, really. Before, I didn't see that. And so I think even if you're on the fence of, am I non-binary, or if I'm a trans woman, or if I'm a trans man, if you experiment with taking the hormones, it can actually help you realize if you need to lean into it more or not. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are also confused. And if you're one of those people and you're saying, am I in denial? What if I'm wrong? These kinds of things, those are very important concerns to have. And you should consult a medical doctor to see really what the medical concerns are in the short term, because you can try things out in the short term and see if it feels right for you without doing too much of a risk. And I think that's the important thing, is knowing that it's not too risky if you do it in the short term, and you can kind of feel it out. Once I started taking hormones, though, it really didn't seem like I wanted to go back. I thought to myself, this is brilliant. I feel good. And I like the idea that it's going to feminize me more and really just help me push along my own self-acceptance. So that's some of my thoughts on kind of like going about choosing HRT. One more thing. When you're trying to make a decision like this, it does feel like a big decision. And there's ways that you can do to break it down into smaller decisions. So think about when you're trying to make a big decision, what are those small things that you can do to help you realize whether or not within you it's the right decision? So even if you're not taking HRT, one of the things you can do is you could just outwardly dress as a woman or a man or whatever you identify as, and continue to engage with that in ways where you can say, okay, does this feel right? Does this feel right? Does this feel right? And then it should feel a little bit more obvious, perhaps, if you do that enough, to engage and to move forward and say, you know what, I should try this, I should go. So those are some of my thoughts. Thank you to all my patrons for supporting me and supporting these videos. Go check out my website. I have a book on transitioning and also embracing your femininity for all the trans women out there. I will see you in another episode soon. Bye.